Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Focus 9-Ball Open. Mark Robertson here in commentary, joined by Lewis Kondo. How are you, Lewis?
Good, Mark. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Got up in my first. I see you got up in your first as well.
Yes, bit of a wait for us now.
Yeah, that's right. Thought we'd jump on the mic and fall asleep in the chairs, as one of the other boys have done. I've seen up there. A couple of good matches on. We've got Kevin and Danny. And on the other table, we're going to have Tan and Barry.
They haven't started yet?
No, not on the other table, no. Who's your picks for the two matches?
I think I might pick Danny against Kevin. Not by much.
Tan and Barry?
Tan and Barry. Good question. Good question. How about yourself with that?
I've seen a bit of Tan down at AK8 in a few tournaments, and although he hasn't won one of them, he's impressed me every time. So I think he's might be due for a good result. Okay. So I'm going to go with Tan, and I actually haven't seen much of Danny, and again I've been impressed by Kevin, so I'm actually going to go Kevin on this one. So you're probably going to be seeking your 9-ball wisdom over mine. I don't really know what I'm doing most of the time.
You seem to go right though.
I just try not to snooker myself. Just make sure I always have a shot laying on.
That's a good. Oh, where's this white going?
That's going to keep rolling too. That's going to keep going.
I don't like this.
Wow. Wow.
Can't say that never looked like it was going to go in.
Even though these are race to nines, to go 2-0 down in a bit of a frustrating manner like that, it's surprising how fast you find yourself 5-1 down after a little, you know.
These tables, it's hard to be comfortable. You have to concentrate 100% of the time.
Very much.
They're lightning. They're very quick.
Actually, too fast in my opinion. I find myself, I don't know about you, but having to play so many shots kind of almost as soft as possible a lot of the time. Yeah. And I've seen a few players come undone by it, so you've got to remember just how fast these tables are.
Yeah, they're that quick you might have to change some of the natural shots in 9-ball. Yeah. There's an adjustment there on certain shots.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Danny's very quick. Plays very quick, decides very quickly.
Oh, that's good. Good. On that note, I was my next match playing the winner of Mikey Cacchiola and Robbie Fulvari. So good job, Mikey.
I think I missed a good match there. Got up 9-8, I think.
Oh, did he? Yeah. Oh, went out to get a McCafe. 9-8 was it? Jeez.
Yeah.
Epic. Actually, probably didn't take that long considering it was 9-8. And I know we give Robbie a hard time, but 9-8 with Robbie, that's probably actually not too bad.
Danny's doing his normal thing here, going along pretty quickly.
Yeah, players who play this steady, fast pace can really throw you off, and that's what I mean about if Kevin went in off that middle in the last frame, all of a sudden, a minute and a half later, he's staring down the barrel at 3-0 down. You know?
Let's see if he runs through or screws here.
What would you play here?
I'd go run. He's going to screw it by the looks.
Yeah, I'd run it as well.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
This will keep him honest. It's not a hard shot, but...
Yeah, on the practice table, you never miss them. But when you're playing in a tournament with most of the best players in the country in it, those aren't easy.
No. What's going on with... Here we go, Tan's. They're just starting now.
Hey, Tan, every time I watch him play, he's a true 9-ball player when you watch him. He uses the angles, plays all the 9-ball kind of shots, the shots I try and actually stay away from. He always just seems to just pull up short in big matches, you know, like he'll play a Justin and lose, you know, like 7-6 or something, just always just short.
Oh, I do think he won a tournament in Adelaide about 2 or 3 years ago.
All right.
Not 100%, but
well, he's definitely good enough. Like he could win this tournament. His skill can win this tournament.
Wouldn't surprise me if he won the event. Yeah.
Going to the last 16, you'll probably have 13 players who can win it. The field's that tough.
It's brought them out, hasn't it? The money.
It certainly does. Yeah, it certainly does.
We've got Joel that's turned up for this event, and I haven't seen him at a 9-ball event for a long time.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to play a bit again. I've seen his name pop up in some snooker tournaments, and he's actually doing quite well. So he's, we all know what a competitor Joel is. One of the legends of Australian cue sports. I'd be very interested to see how he goes here. I know he played a lot of 9-ball, sort of more back when you were sort of playing overseas and stuff.
Yeah, it was about 15 years ago. It was his era.
Yep. Sort of stopped around sort of when you took it easy going overseas, did he?
He did well on a World Championship. Got to the quarters. He lost to Fang Peng Chao. And that sort of kicked him on to play the game. And I think he went to 8 tournaments in a row abroad after that event.
Yep.
And he was seeking sponsorship, and it's just a tough gig over there. You know, it's not a lot of money going around, and I think it's really hard for us in Australia to establish ourselves over there.
Yeah, it's a big risk.
Yeah. And Joel's business minded, and he just couldn't. It just 1-on-1 didn't make 2 for him, and he pretty much stopped playing.
Yep, fair enough. Shots like that, where he's sort of like stun screwed it back a couple of feet, that's really easy to screw that back an extra foot too far. You know, on these tables.
100% correct. And you don't want to be thinking about it too much.
Yeah, that's when you end up under-hitting everything.
Yeah.
Australian 9-ball. Oh, so like Australian Open, it gets a bit confusing which ones are which. The Australian Open 9-ball. Yep.
How many years ago was that, the Tan one, that event? A couple of years ago.
Couple of years ago.
What's Kevin looking at here? He must be straight, is he? Oh, the jack up got him.
Oh, hang on. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I tell you what, mate.
Anyone could have got it in the centre pocket, I suppose.
That's right. That's right. So that's 2 shots that almost in off in the middle and the fluke there. It could be 4-0 or 2-all.
Correct.
4-0 against in a 50-50 match. Well, obviously not good, but 2-all. I was talking to someone yesterday who was talking about the tournament, and I said, in 9-ball, the race is that long here. You're going to have some bad spells where you're just unlucky or your opponent's lucky. If you're going to go far in this tournament, you have to be able to handle the fact that at some point you're going to have a real bad run or your opponent's going to have a real good run. It's going to happen.
That'd be 100% true, especially if you've lobbed in the last 4 in the final. That would have happened a couple of times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. But at the first sign of bad luck, if you just crack the shits and start throwing the cue around and get all annoyed, game over. Stuff like that. I mean, that 4 there could have gone another foot and it been okay, but sort of pulled up there.
Barry's been playing a lot lately. He's starting to come good. He was a thereabouts player, you would say, you know, fairly 3, 4, 5 years ago. But now, I wouldn't put him in that bracket. He's quite dangerous, even if he's playing the best player in the room.
Yep. He took out Mikey Cacciola in the Australian 9-ball at Adelaide this year.
All right.
So, good in there.
I don't think the 6 is on past the 7. Might look at coming off 2 rails here. Trying to end up potting the 6 up past where the wide is at the moment.
Oh yeah, yep. Hard to tell how much angle he's got here.
Yeah. the white might hit a foot past the centre pocket. Oh no.
Oh, straight. Okay.
It's got one option here.
I hate these shots. I personally try and avoid these shots at all costs.
Totally agree.
I think these shots that the more lower down player will sort of look at this thing and think, oh yeah, 6 onto the 7, pop that and I'll be on the 6. You got to be spot on, and there's a lot of distance between all 3 balls. It's a very hard shot, that.
You know, a lot of people might be surprised to learn the percentage on that is very low.
Yep.
That particular cannon, very low.
You see a lot of the top players, say the other guy fouls, you got ball in hand, and a lot of the lower down players will see a plant, like just put you, say you're on the 3 onto the 9 and try and pop the 9, and you see the top line players hardly ever go for that.
Correct,
unless
yeah.
that's pretty much a given, or maybe some really good safety involved. You can't hit this 6 about half ball, try and snooker behind the 7, or?
You would under normal conditions. These tables are a bit wobbly.
Yeah.
Very, very slow push with the white.
That's what
They seem to go left and right like banana.
Yep.
Um,
So it does make it tricky because they're so
I-
fast.
yeah. I wouldn't be comfortable with that shot. Yeah.
At AK8 on his familiar tables, I reckon he plays the snooker here.
That's dangerous. He's pushing the 6 over near a pocket.
I was
Big
talking
mistake.
I was talking to Mick yesterday about safety in 9 ball, and I said priority 1, get the object ball safe.
Yeah,
Get
correct.
the object ball, just like in snooker.
Mm.
When you're on the reds,
Yes.
try and get the white safe. That's what you know good, but it's no use if you hang a red over the bag or something like that.
Yeah. He should have hit the other side of the 6.
Yeah. This is a tester. See, that's
Just
always-
can't hold for it. on these
Yeah,
tables.
I
Just
don't know.
can't.
I don't know how you play that. Do you play it soft and it will roll on you and you will miss, or do you stun it in? But geez, you'd have to. Really hard shot, that. Really, really hard. Seven up on the nameplate at the top.
Again, is the 7 got enough pace? Not killing the object ball, as Mark was saying. Must be first priority. I think Kevin won the last frame, did he?
So he's 3-2 up.
3-2 up.
And that's where I didn't see the shot, but if Danny's 4-0 up, maybe he lands better on a 9 or doesn't go in off the 9, you know. And now he's looking at 3-2 down. It's brutal.
That's the pace I like on these tables.
Yeah,
Correct. Played that brilliantly.
very nice shot, that. When you practice just smacking balls around, it's amazing how easy those are. But
Yeah. Touch of running side with the last shot. I think he'll stay on that side, the left side of the screen with the
yeah,
white.
I'd like to do that. For me, that's with how these tables are playing, it's very hard to land nice on the 9 coming across like that. I would have played it your shot 9 to the bottom right. Maybe there was more angle than what we thought.
That was a clean shot.
Yep.
Kept still on the shot, looked good.
So these are ones I'm always scratching my head. Do you play this with a little bit of right and play the 7 to the top right, or do you play it with, well, either way you're playing the 7 to the top right, or do you play it with left and bring the white off 2? So do you play it, flick it with a bit of right, or flick it with a bit of left?
Well, it's a flick shot, but there's a natural in off past the 8. So if the white's, you pop the 6 and the white's travelling back past the 8 to the right hand corner pocket. If the object ball's within 2 or 3 inches as it is near the corner, this is a natural in off, so you've got to play this with right. Here we go. Straight in.
Yeah. So I was thinking, play it with left and go to the left-hand side of the 7, or play it with right and also go to the left-hand side of the 7. So I would never have gone up on the right-hand side of the 8 there. I mean, if you think about where the 6 was, up on the inside of the 8, it's actually hard to not going off. Like,
Yeah. That was extreme right hand side for me, very soft.
yep,
And ending up near where Kevin's placed the white now.
yep. Is he landing too straight there?
I think it's okay.
Bit of a lazy shot there.
The white might end up down near the stencil here. He stunned it in. Safer.
Well, that's where the frustration really kicks in now for Danny. Really got to compose yourself. So you throw the white on the table. He knows he should, well, a very good chance to be 4-0 up. But that fluke on the 8, that's going to cost him more than 1 frame. It cost him 1 frame, but it's actually going to cost him more than 1 frame.
It was a fluke on the 8, but I don't know how that weighs up because Kevin really should have slotted that black in anyways.
Exactly. I know when I've mucked up in a frame, my opponent's potting out. Say they miss an easy ball on an easy clearance, the game was pretty much over. Say they miss a 7, a really easy 7. If they fluke snooker me, don't apologise, I'm happy. I wasn't expecting to even get a shot here.
Yeah, I've got the same mentality.
Now that's cool. I'm snookered. I can come off it. I can jag it or something, or play it safe. Or I was not expecting to even touch the table the rest of this frame.
I have similar thoughts. That's correct. Keeps you positive, that kind of thing too.
Chris is someone I like watching. Chris Calabrese is someone I like watching play 9-ball. I don't think he's the full 9-ball player. A couple of the other guys are, but he's...
I don't know. I mean, they did have a pool room.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, hang on. Barry.
Oh, that's
very
drifted
close.
out.
They did drift out.
Hmm.
He's got safe. Oh, Chris grew up in a pool room with 9-ball tables, so I'd lean towards him being a 9-ball player.
I sort of have him down as like a snooker / 9-ball kind of hybrid.
Yeah.
More 9-ball these days, though, I would say. But you've got some guys like James. I can never remember how to say his last name. Georgialis. Yeah. When I watch him play 9-ball, it's easy to tell that he's a pure 9-ball player.
Right.
Oh, hang on, look at this. Playing these risky safeties. Oh, hang on. Jeez, that flipped in.
Got the wobbles. What's happening on the other table? Danny's just done a quick run out.
Yep. Probably going to flick over to the Danny and Kevin match. That seems to be a bit of a goal-kicking slugfest over there. So, I'll make this one a bit later. Ooh. What do you think of that break?
I don't like it.
That looked like an 8-ball player who's never broken in 9-ball before.
Correct.
Yep. I don't really... I've got a little bit of an idea what to do on the 9-ball break, but not as much as the other guys, and I tested that sort of break. I did it about twice yesterday on the practice table, and I quickly threw it in the bin.
These guys are not mucking around.
Why has he got the rack on the table? Doesn't that distract you? I can't stand having it on the table.
This is not an easy shot.
No. And you got to land proper on the 4 to be able to get back on the 5.
6 might tie, no? It's a good shot.
Yep, that's a really nice shot. Very hard to judge the pace there. And this one, a lot of people don't screw back far enough. They kind of stun it in, come back 2 inches, and then realise, oh, hang on, I can't land plumb on the 6 because the 8's in the way. It's a good shot there. A lot of people underestimate.
He's played that right.
Yeah. And then it just makes everything a lot easier. Even that's just kicked over just enough. So if he come back another couple of inches and it's all super easy, but now he's going to have to move to white again. See, now this is where little funny things happen.
He's got away.
Funny
Oh, no, he
thing.
didn't get away with that.
Told you, he's completely underestimated that 5. How important that was to just come back just a little bit more. This is the difference between guys who win tournaments and guys who are very, very good and can threaten anyone in a single match, but don't seem to win tournaments because of this inconsistency.
That's a good observation, Mark. He didn't concentrate. Didn't give it the respect it demanded. It's hit that thick.
And this is what happens. Now probably going to go 5-3 down. And when you're flowing and everything's nice, and perhaps Kevin does stuff up a couple of those frames earlier, and the score is 6-1, you just pump in that 7 like it's nothing.
What a horrible shot.
Wow.
Should have used the cushion there.
Yeah.
To flick a bit of right-hand side, come off the side rail.
And that's that. Kevin's not that 9-ball
Yeah.
purist. He does have the snooker. You know, he's the 80% snooker, 20% 9-ball player.
Just showed there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Natural run of the white is threatening the left-hand corner pocket a little bit.
Would you be tempted to play this long?
You might have to.
What I like about playing this long is you know exactly where you're at. You just pot it and you're on the 9, whereas you go to that middle, you've got all this doubt where is the white actually going? Oh my goodness. I was almost couldn't even tell where he was trying to pot that. Oh, I'll tell you what. Ooh. Well, Danny, here's your freebie.
Not even thought about under normal conditions, but here, a little bit tentative.
Jeez, he's loaded that up with left-hand side. Do you think that's a bit unnecessary?
Well, I think he was trying to bounce off the bottom rail here. The white he's hit that thick.
The way I see that is you're making that 8 so much harder of a shot so you can have an easy 9, whereas I would have played it to a way to kind of guarantee the 8, and at least maybe I won't land on the 9 plumb perfect, but at least I'll have a shot on it. Like, I don't know,
I think Danny was voided by the fact the 8 was so close to the pocket. So you felt comfortable throwing a lot of side on the white.
Yeah, I think it was a harder shot than what he realised.
I think so. But again, I was saying before he played the shot, that's something you wouldn't even think about under normal conditions. You'd play that slightly, no side, and just come down for the 9.
Yep.
You know, but he knows on here that he's going to overrun.
Yep.
So he's accepted that, put some toffee on it, bit of side, trying to come off the bottom rail. He's got caught out.
This can't be the same frame because Tan had a ball in hand on a 1 or a 2, and that was.
He might have kicked safe or something though. Might be the same frame.
Maybe.
He's on the 1, but the 2.
Do you try and pot this and say put the white kind of near the blue spot and then to just play a snooker?
Yeah, I don't like the way he's put the white there. You mentioned the blue spot's correct. You'd end up hitting the 2 forward, hiding behind the black, sending the 2 up the other end. That could win you the frame, what he's done there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad shot there. I like it. What I like about it, it just guarantees object ball safe as well. So on this one, are you trying to knock the 2 in the middle, or are you trying to hit sort of a half ball on the bottom side, send the 2 up the table and kick the white down the bottom?
I can't even tell from the angle where I'm sitting if you can hit it.
Oh, can you hit it? Oh, okay. I forget everything I said.
What's going to happen here?
Wow. See now, this is
The
where
luck
Danny,
factor.
you have to keep your cool here. See, he's just slugged that. Got to,
He's got closed up again, has he? With a 9.
Wow.
Geez, that was unlucky.
but I think would be one of the worst players at jumping the white out of all the good players go. And I reckon I would have definitely had a crack at just jumping that white a little bit. It was dead straight to the middle.
Yeah.
But I think he's just kind
You
of...
jumped all right yesterday. I showed you
Yeah,
the
yeah.
jumps too. Did that help a little bit?
I'm
or?
happy when I jumped out of a snooker before and knocked a ball in. I was happy about that. But you guys are annoyed if you jump and don't kind of knock the ball in or do what you're actually trying to do. You're annoyed. Where I'm pretty much trying not to foul.
Okay.
That's if I get the white over the ball and don't foul, I'm
Yeah.
kind of happy.
Yeah.
And I would have had a crack at the jump there. Well, I think Danny might sort of I really haven't seen him play much, but he's kind of given up a little bit. He's already... I don't know well enough, but normally when I see this type of body language out of a player, they're already preparing themselves for the conversations later about how Kevin got so lucky.
Right.
You know, the car ride home or the plane ride home. You might even bring up this stream and show everyone. And oh Jesus, no one wants to watch it, but yeah, that's the body language I see.
Not a good scoreline on the race tonight. Been 6-3 down for Danny, but you know I keep hearing good things about Danny's winning a lot of the events in Sydney.
Yep.
You could almost say he's been dominating.
He's from Adelaide.
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny Stone.
Yeah.
He's from Sydney.
I just assumed Adelaide for some reason.
No, he's in Sydney. And he's been winning a lot of their events. So I don't know, but I don't know if he's a front runner or not. That's what I want to know at the moment, because that can make a difference too.
Definitely. I think you see where, if you look in the background on the middle table, you got Chris on a 2 to 9 there. He could have landed on the 2 to put it maybe somewhere else. So this would have to be really plumb perfect for him to be taking this on. See how much he's concentrating on it still though. See? So tough. So tough. And he's one of the best going around. Yeah, 6-3 down is where I'm interested in watching someone play. Not 6-3 up. 6-3 down. Now I want to see Danny play. And again, it's not too bad for Danny. He should be able to put Kevin in a bit of trouble here.
I think Danny's going to attack. Oh, these tables, I tell you, he's hardly hit that.
Yeah, I didn't like the attack. I just felt that was...
I mean, that 2 ball was not flying into the corner pocket. It was just...
Yeah.
He was hardly getting there, and yet the whites travel that far with topspin.
Yeah, he did hit that very soft. Very, very soft. And you don't want to hit it any softer than that. That's where the table just rolls on you. And you can't cue it. Well, he's gotten away with a bit this match, so...
It's a bit untidy, this match.
Yeah. Yeah, he sort of was stretching there and just kind of went, I'll stun it off 2 and play the 4. That's...
9 ball.
And good result there, but again, if I'm Danny, I'm very thankful I actually get a crack at this 4. Make the 4, you win the frame.
Tell you what, they're not shy on smacking at the white when they're hooked, when they're snookered.
Yeah.
They're just smacking that white around the table.
Great
It's a
shot.
solid shot.
Well, this is actually not going to be easy. Oh, if that white went another inch.
I think this will go straight in the pocket. This is a good cue, Danny.
This is where I try and say to myself, if I'm Danny, I say, look, I've had a bit of an unlucky run, and I'm not playing well, and it's only 6-4. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Why are they doing this? I don't understand. Why? If you go for the double here, that's ludicrous.
I can't commentate on that. I don't know what to say there.
That's... Anyone who knows how I tend to play Q Sports is on the safer side of things because I think it's just much more consistent. For me, just taking on the double there, especially 2 feathers. And
How do you get out of position though? How did you end up there? For a man that's winning events.
yeah,
I'm confused with
there's only so many times you can blame the speed of the table.
That was I know you're trying, Kevin, but that was a horrible attempt at a double, mate. it's missed by a fair one.
Yeah. You watch the guys who are winning these big tournaments and Australian titles and stuff. They play very clean, whether they play fast or slow, aggressive or not. They're always clean. You ask them what's their plan, they'll tell you very clearly what their plan is. Whereas some of these other guys, if you stop them halfway through their backswing and said, "What's your exact plan?" They'll give you a very, very rough answer. I'm gonna kind of put the wide up there. I reckon even if you said to some of these guys, I'm trying to be too mean, say they're on the 3 and they're about to pot a ball, if you say to them, "Where's the 6?" I reckon they'd struggle to tell you half the time. Like if you turn their back to the table, they should know where every ball is before you pot that first one. And to me, that's rookie level stuff.
And it's important in all the codes, but more so 9-ball. You're forced into, you're playing in numerical order. You should know where all the balls are.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
It's a 9-ball shot.
Yeah.
It's a 9-ball player.
Yeah. See me, I am trying to land a little bit of angle on the 8, but straighter, and kind of then screw it down for the 9 in the bottom right, where he always wanted angle like that, and it was his plan to play the 9 in the bottom left. A little bit too much angle on the 8 even for him, but it just goes to show you where the difference in 9-ball player to a traditional 8-ball player. Yeah, these are little testers. These.
And the difference between your way and what Tan just chose to do, it's all based on how fast the 8-ball's getting delivered into the corner. Your way, you're hitting it with some stroke and some power. Tan's way, it's just lollipopping towards the corner, and there's a lot more forgiveness.
Yep. Yeah, I've noticed I've had some shots about where this 5 is, and I've hit them a little bit too hard and just clipping just the inside jaw, and they're just spitting them out.
Whereas they'd go in a lot slower.
Yep.
And it's against the grain leaving a half-ball shot like Tan did. It's not natural for a snooker player or a 2-shot player. It's a little, that's a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not natural, whereas, it is natural for a 9-ball player.
Yep.
They're very comfortable with that shot.
So he can see, I think, about half of this 5 or a little bit more. So does he play it aggressive or?
I've watched a bit of Danny online. He seems to want to always attack.
So me personally, I'm playing safe here, but I can't play these shots as good as the other guys. He's gone away with it.
He has gotten away with it. So this is just chipping the 5 off to the left, just catching small amounts of it. These tables, it'll bring the white back down quite easily.
Yeah, you don't need it. It's very hard at all.
No.
Sort of white to the right-hand side of the 8.
Yeah.
Real thin.
Yeah.
I reckon you'll accidentally. Oh wow.
It's going along double. Hey, what can you say?
What can you say? Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's different. That's what makes it interesting. If everyone played exactly the same and the correct way to play every shot, then it'd be very boring.
Correct. I like the way he punched that 6 in.
Yeah.
Come off those 2 rails. It's an okay line. was a big frame, a huge frame. Don't know if I want to be jumping the ball and trying to pot out if I was Danny then.
Fairly big bounce there, actually. I don't know if that was just a speed of the table. It looked like a big bounce.
Makes the scoreline look a bit too hard now. 7-4 opposed to 6-5.
Yeah, and he's not in a good headspace.
I mean, that was a big frame of the match.
All right, Bazza, see what you got. See, me personally, even if I can screw this back past the 9 and land on the 7, I'm probably just dropping this in and playing it long or to the middle.
There's nothing, as long as you're behind it, you know. It's not if you're firing it in the corner or the centre. As long as you're right behind it like that. It's definitely a corner shot. Top left corner.
Again, on the old practice table, you bang these in one hand. When you're 4-0 down against a quality player, surprising how difficult this shot can look.
I'm playing that a lot softer with a bit of screw.
Yeah,
if I'm missing it, he's snookered behind the 9.
Yeah, and a lot of people will call that negative thinking, but I tend to find that it can actually relax you a little bit, knowing that you've got that. I don't think it's negative thinking. I think it's just a trick you use when you've got experience to know that thought is a calming thought.
Correct. That's a difficult shot down the corner. Hugging the rail. He's out of posse.
You can tell he's got skills, but his white ball is the speed of the table is clearly catching him off, and he's just forgetting, constantly forgetting the different pace.
That's going in.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness. See, right now he just wants to crawl into a hole. He's
So this could be 7-5 opposed to 8-4. That fluke.
I don't know about that shot he just played there. Play that one. See, I hate even putting where he's put the rack there, because I know the white's kind of going around there, because you always stun this off too. Like, and it just irritates me, just the thought of it being there. Just the thought of it.
It's hard to get used to.
Yeah.
Back in 2 secs, guys.
Well, 7-5. It's not been pretty at all, and I reckon if you told either player that they'd misplayed as many shots as they have, and they'd be up or down 7-5, they'd both probably actually take it. A lot of the time you're playing against these quality players, you make that many mistakes, you bomb out 9-2. I'll tell you what happened there with Barry was he wanted to drop it in the top to leave the white kind of up on the top cushion, so he's got the right angle on the 2 to get to the 3. But he was concerned that if he made the pot, the white would actually go in off. So he's played it in a way that the white would go where he wanted it to, but kind of forgot now that the ball will actually miss. So what he needed to say to himself there was, well, I can't actually do what I want to do, so I've got to come up with a plan B and perhaps just knock the 1 in and have a harder route from 2 to 3. Good shot there by Danny. This is where you got your good 9-ball players are really good at getting out of this stuff. Where me, I'm just guessing. I'd say you should be able to get enough left-hand side to play it off the right cushion and just come off one cushion and hit the one. I don't think he needed to. I don't think he needed to jack up like that and swerve. I think just natural left was going to be plenty. Well, Danny had a lot of luck in that last frame. Missed the 5 and it fluked in. He got the win. Slayed a good snooker, and now he's got ball in hand because of it. And this actually goes 7-6, and I really fancy him to make this out here. Me personally,
It's a good shot.
Geez, I wouldn't have done it like that. So why wouldn't you just drop it and play the 2 to the middle, or I don't know. I'm a bit more nervous about running the white like that, especially when I haven't got the pace of the table down.
Geez, he's not focusing. He's not concentrating. Got to concentrate at this venue. Sometimes you can sort of go to sleep playing 9-ball on certain tables, but not here. Not here. So back on that 2-ball, the way he played the ball in hand, I didn't mind the way he played it, because what's happening, if you're firing the 2 into the centre and you haven't lined it up straight, you can lose the white.
Yeah.
It's hard to connect to the 3. The connection from the 2 to the 3 there, the correct side is to be high with the white on the 2.
Yep.
So you did want the white up near the centre pockets. So it's just an easy connection from 2 to 3.
Yep.
However, it is ball in hand. And your way, you should really get dead on the 2, shouldn't you?
Yeah, both their pros and cons. Just for me, I see that as a more difficult, risky shot. But for him, it's probably just a standard shot that he plays all the time.
That was the natural way,
Yeah.
that for him to play it.
I see a lot of people try and go for a snooker here, but not. Okay, he's done it that way. I thought he's going to go another way. I've seen people go and if they don't get a snooker, they leave the 2. They leave the 2 bang on. But he didn't do it. So much of this match is hinging on where that white and 2 landed then. And it was 100% random. Like really, oh my goodness. I promise you guys, these guys can actually play the game pretty good. The way I see it, when I'm playing a good player, if he's got control of the ball that he's potting, so he can kind of put the white where he wants, as long as all the other balls on the table are actually on, what
is he doing here?
I don't think I'm going to get another shot. Like, with that shot, you're almost trying to like screw it into the rail and almost aiming more for the 5, not to try and just tickle past the 6. Off middle. No. You know, the thing I'd suggest to him about his game would be actually looking at trying to add a bit of a pause. Notice he has no pause in his shot. Well, if Kevin goes on to win this match, I guarantee whoever he plays, he will have to be 5 times sharper in his next match.
Definitely.
Who have you got in your next match anyway?
I actually don't know.
It's probably not a bad thing. Do you have the draw there?
Good shot, Kevin.
How have you gone? Oh, you're over here, so you've probably won. And you're smiling, so what's the score? 9-0. And who did you play? A forfeit, or? The girls want to see him, though. Yeah, he's not... Yeah,
That's okay.
He's actually not a bad player.
Okay, it was a good shot.
9-0's a very good win there. Can play right. This has not been the tiniest match. I think both players are just trying to get through it. How many times you see this overhit?
That's a massive overhit.
So many times that is overhit. If anything, I'm trying to always play that to the pace of the blue spot there, just to guarantee myself a shot to a corner. Who have you got next, Justin? Not sure. See how the good players don't really bother studying the draw. They just kind of play who they play, and you see someone looking at it and they work out, oh my goodness. Wow.
Jeez, what a roller coaster match.
Throw the white, all huff and puff.
What a roller coaster match.
Shouldn't have landed bad on the 3 and missed it. That's what I bring it back to. Yeah, you got some players who study the hell out of the draw if they win this and this, and then before you know it, they've realised how hard it's going to be and they've talked themselves out of it.
That's right.
This is too hard, I'm going home. I see it a lot. I had someone actually, he went through the maths with me on the odds of him winning all his matches and his odds to win the tournament. It ended up being like 360 to 1 sort of thing, because every match he was paying $3 or $4 to win it, and I was like, geez, just go home then. Why are you even here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. We've got the draw there. Me and Mikey, Lewis. Oh, you're playing Jason.
Okay.
Jason Ahmed. Joel's playing Bean. Bean beat Michael Scary. Yeah, that would be a good one. Ivan, I know Ivan, but what's that? Ramo. I'm not too sure who that one is. All right. And it's a fairly well spread out draw, I think. I think in every...
Tan's got one of these shots. You can play this with a lot of left to catch the 8 thinner, so you can achieve hitting the top rail, or you just have to come off the 3 rails and screw it with running sight.
See, if I'm playing this bottom left, they've actually...
And he's played it with the left, so he can hit the 8 thinner and avoid the in-off. Good shot.
Yeah, that's a great shot. If I was playing that, like, well, with left there, I actually don't know where to hit it, because I don't even know how much the cue's going to throw or anything. It's really working hard to try and avoid all those types of shots.
You've got through a lot of tournaments, though, Mark, and you've come up winning them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, listening to it it's not adding up.
Well, I'm trying to talk about the things that I'm personally struggling with.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm avoiding them. If I try and play you guys at 9-ball, trying to play the way you play, I'm going to get beat. I'm going to come undone. All these running the white with a little bit of flicker side here and there, it's just not familiar grounds for me.
Okay, so you're playing within your means. Within your limits.
I'm backing my potting.
Right.
And I'm choosing to make shots. Let's say if I took a little bit of risk with the white, I'll make the shot, I'll get it 9 out of 10. I'm taking less risk with the white and making that pot now an 8 out of 10.
I understand.
So I'm not really snookering myself. I'm not trying to get too close to my work. I'm just making sure I've got a shot on balls, you know.
And would you say that these conditions are conducive to that style of play, or are these conditions harder for you?
For me, a little bit harder because I am leaving greater distance with the white and object ball more often. I don't know if you ran some sort of GPS stat on it, my white to object ball would be a lot further away than, say, yours or James's.
Okay.
So that means that I'm having to, it's harder to control the white. Like, when the white ball and the object ball are 2 feet away from each other, you can do these soft little stun shots or soft little roll-ins.
Yeah.
When the white's 5 foot away, you don't want to be doing those soft little roll-ins and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's sort of a bit of a spiral. You know, you keep leaving yourself these 5 foot shots. Most likely the next one's going to be a 5 foot shot because you don't want to be too cute with the white. So
Kevin has made a ball here, and he's on the hill.
I don't think I wasn't really watching, but I doubt 3 balls, like 3 points, were scored on the break. That is, if you get a ball in off the break, that's 1 point, and then you need 2 balls to pass the balk line, and that's another point per ball. So, or you can get 3 balls in, or 2 balls and 1 past the line. Stops people doing that soft break.
Correct. That's why they brought it in. I mean, the stencil's really thrown the game in a different direction anyways.
Are you a fan of the stencil?
Not at all, no.
By the way, you said that. I didn't think
I mean, the refs love it. Tournament directors love it.
Yeah.
Because they're not having to spend all that time trying to, rack the balls and get them tight.
No complaints either or anything like that.
Yeah, but, it's just taken away from the last 40 years of play. We never used it.
Yep.
And it's changed the break. But yeah, the 3-point rules come into it. You're right. Stop them breaking soft. They call it the soft break, and it looks horrible. They were getting away with the cut break and the soft break. Change the dimensions of 9-ball. 9-ball's known for that huge explosive break.
It's one of the fun things to watch when you're watching these 45-kilo Thai guys absolutely crunch the white. Looks like it's going to split in 2. That is a.
But these guys just have got absolutely no respect when they're in a snooker. They're just,
I didn't know how to say it, but you said it perfectly. Constant playing for luck.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, Danny. Danny is so far out of rhythm, it's not funny. He's off his game today.
See, he's hit that too soft, but yet the white's still gone.
Look how far
3 feet
gone.
too far.
Yeah.
That's where stop trying to be cute with the white. Stop missing balls, because this is just a rule in any cue sport. If you miss a ball, the opponent's coming to the table on random terms like this, totally random. If he at least knocked that 1 in and didn't land on the 2, he can then play a good safety. The opponent's coming to the table on your terms. So stop missing balls, basically.
You've got to make the pot you're right. And if you know you're going to overrun it, well, just pot the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're still in control.
Yeah. It was impossible to hold that white there, and he's tried to do it.
I think he could have pinched the pocket and hit that 1 a lot thicker. In fact, I think he's misjudged his contact and overcut it. Kevin moved on that shot and he's queuing.
Wow.
He's still on the table.
Not the end of the world, but it's just constant salt in the wound. See, like, if I'm on the sidelines later on and if I hear Danny talking about luck is the reason why he lost this match, I'd find it really hard to not say something.
It's not an easy safety shot here. The pace has got to be perfect.
He does have the 3 and sort of 9 blocking the pot as backup.
I mean, Danny here shouldn't be crouching down about to play a shot. He'd be standing and just really think about what he should be doing for 30 seconds. It's so important. There's no rush.
Actually walk around the table
Yeah.
too. Walk.
Come down this end, have a look.
It's amazing what shots you see when you walk around the table. You go, oh, actually. Do you try and play this half ball like hit the 2 into the 9-3 sort of thing and bring the white up? Okay. I had such a steady Eddie sort of shot there. And he's just banged it in like that.
He's played it like he was in the snooker.
Yeah, yeah, he did. This is just... I try and factor things in risk versus reward, and that was very risky. And the reward was... Look at the reward. It's not even anything.
This is good.
He's played a good shot there.
You know, he didn't see a good shot straight away, did he, Danny? With that last shot, well, he's ended up playing the cannon.
Smack. Oh, there we go. So I will say for this match, all those types of shots have really gone Kevin's way. But at the same time, Danny has had plenty of opportunities. See, all these types of shots, Kevin is getting away with these. Like, he keeps ploughing into the two and getting away with it.
Yeah.
But this match seriously could have been over 9-6 Danny's way, or even easier. What do you do here, Lewis?
Shoot yourself.
Yeah, I have no idea what to do here. Me, I'm just trying not to foul, but some of the other boys are actually trying to pot the 2 somehow. I'm probably
It's hard for me to see. You might be able to just miss the 7 and head down towards that left corner and come back into the 2 full. But I'd be going 1 cushion here, over near the stencil there, and just hoping for the right contact on the 2. I wouldn't hit it hard. I'd hit it sort of medium pace.
Would you contemplate the jump shot, even though there's not?
No.
There's just no value.
Yeah.
You think?
I'd be trying to hit the 2 on the side that the 5's at. I'd be coming off 1 rail straight across where that stencil is.
Yep.
And, you know.
And would you play it like full-blooded, try and hit that half of the 2, knowing that if you... He's just getting away with all this. I half of me feels for Danny, but the other half, you've got to be mentally tougher.
I mean, to be fair, he put Kevin behind the black with the white, and that's what he was playing for. Danny played a great shot, and you know, Kevin's got out of it again.
So even with that double, what I don't like about it is, I think doubles on the 9-ball table is very dodgy, and this was as good as it was going to get on the 7. Just don't like it. Or if that double missed. So I tell you what,
Kevin.
This match has, yeah, all right, yeah, it's pretty brutal, the luck Kevin has had in this match. Wow, he's almost missed that.
So, okay, I wonder how Tan's going.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Well,
that's
Kevin,
all please don't go off, I just couldn't stand it.
Kevin is going to have to be so much sharper than that with, who's he playing? Who does Kevin play now?
Let's have a look at the draw.
Well, yeah, both quality players, James Georgialis and Rayon.
Yeah, he's not going to get away with playing like that.
No, they're both going to be way too polished. Yeah, especially James, I feel. Rayon, very, very good player. Yeah, he'll have to be sharp.
That was a hard match to commentate too.
Very unpredictable.
Can't say I enjoyed watching it.
No. And this one has sort of been at the other end of it, hasn't it? These guys are trying their best to play the shots that they know they should be playing.
And I think they have been too. They have been playing 9-ball.
Yeah.
We're playing some clever shots.
See, I'm trying to drop this in and just miss the middle pocket. Oh. I thought he could have had a crack at the pot there and kept the white on the left-hand side of the table and the 4 to the middle.
Absolutely.
That's the problem with playing too safe and too defensive. Yes, it's nice and calculated, and I do appreciate that side of the game. But at the same time, you're never going to instill any fear into your opponent. Your opponent is always going to be relaxed at the table, knowing that you're having to work so hard to do anything. That's why you got your fast players who, even if they're playing the exact same shots as you, if they play them fast, they can throw you off. You kind of need something a bit about you, unless you're like a Robbie, who's extremely calculated and very steady. You have to do it to the standard Robbie can do it. You know. I think all the guys who win a lot of tournaments, they've got something that they do, and they do very, very well. So if I'm playing against Barry, and I'm watching him, I feel like he's working very hard at even basic shots, and that would actually make me feel calm.
Okay.
I just feel like, yeah, he's having to work so hard.
You know what? Which is a good thing on these conditions.
Yeah.
Barry's concentration level is perfect for these conditions.
And that's where he's factored in the fast table there, so he's underhit it, and then he's underhit it by too much. Tables are actually too fast. I don't know if I've ever even said that in my life about any table.
Does sound funny, doesn't it?
The tables are too fast. Yeah, makes you sound like you're whinging a bit.
It's a good pace.
Yeah, shots like that, the pace is not easy. Not easy. You can so easily get it wrong by 2 feet. Who's your tip for who's your tip for the Bean and Joel match?
Oh, I'd say Joel.
Ooh.
Without even thinking about it.
Tell you what.
Would not. Nah, I'm not going there, Mark. Mate, I'm not going there. Sorry.
Hello. What other matches have we got there? Danny boy. Stay away from mine and Lewis's. I never like to talk about my match. See, I don't really know Ivan or Ramo. Or was it Justin and Chris? Ooh, Justin Campbell and Chris Calabrese. Calabrese or Calabrese?
Calabrese.
Calabrese. Who's your pick there?
And that's with respect, assuming that they're going to win their first matches too.
Well, Danny boy said that is the match.
They're in. They've finished their matches. Okay. So they're scheduled to play next. Oh, what a great match. That's like a semi-final or a final, isn't it?
That's got to be on a show table for sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to actually watch that one.
I'll back Justin.
In sporting fun, I'll have a drink on Chris.
Okay.
If I had to put my house on it, I would back Justin though.
Okay.
I think he's been playing a lot. He's practicing a lot. And I watched him practice his break before. Actually, the balls are going in the exact same spot every time he broke. He clearly looked like he knew exactly what he wanted to happen.
Yeah.
From my understanding, from watching you guys, you're trying to get the wing ball in the corner pocket. Do you either try and stun the white in the middle of the table, or do you play it with a bit of bottom side to come off the side cushion up the table with the one?
Good question. What's happening? The one's shooting towards the centre pocket when you break. Now, depending on how hard you break that one, let's assume it doesn't pop, it misses the centre. It's going to end up where the 6 ball is now.
Yep.
On the match that Barry and Tan are playing. That's the line. It bounces off the side and heads towards that 6. So if you're hitting at a pace where the one's going to stop where the 6 is, then you want to bring the white down there.
Ah, yes.
And some of them are doing that.
Yep.
Some of them are coming in, sort of gently screwing into the side rail after hitting the 1 and zipping up the side down towards where the 6 is now. Then you'll have ones which are hitting it harder, which means the 1's bouncing back up.
Yes.
And they're the ones trying to leave the white in the middle.
Yep. Okay.
So it depends on the pace that you're hitting the break.
Yep.
And they'll adjust it. They'll watch the wing ball. Sometimes they have to use their softer break to achieve the wing ball.
Yep.
Or they're forced to hit it a bit harder to achieve the wing ball going in.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Some very good tips there on the break.
So to recap, the harder break, when they're hitting it firmer, they are trying to put the white in the centre. On the soft break, they're trying to bring the white back down towards the balk line.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Tester. This is a tester. 6-3. This is where you see where a player's at. This is where your champions knock these in. Oh, Jesus.
Overhit that by. Oh. Good effort though. I mean, didn't miss by much.
He didn't
Didn't need to hit it that hard.
He didn't twitch it. He just overplayed it and missed it. If he hit that any softer, it probably would have gone in. But yeah, that's where you're playing your Benny Noonans and them over the years, and you're 6-3 up. They crunch them in every time.
They do.
And they clear on you.
Correct.
You're 6-4, and then they break and run out. You're 6-5, and you're like, you just maybe you do go on to win the match, but geez, they make you work for it.
Oh yeah.
They make you work, and they make you start doubting yourself, even if you're in front. Even in front, because you start thinking, geez, I can't, how am I supposed to put this guy away? That's what the champions do to you.
You never felt comfortable. I never felt comfortable against Ben.
No.
Didn't matter how much of a lead I ever had.
Because you know within 6 minutes he can rattle off 3 in a row on you. And that's what I mean about feeling comfortable against guys who look like they're working so hard. You tend to feel more comfortable. That's obviously not gone where he wanted. Well, if this is straight, I think he's got a little bit of angle. He can maybe top with maybe a touch of left-hand side. Now you do not need to hit this hard. I see a lot of people hitting this too hard. Let's play that.
Let's overhit it.
Nice, just keep it going.
All right.
Yeah, let's play that nice.
Good hit. Where is Ben?
Yeah,
What's been going on there?
Haven't really seen him at tournaments lately. I think he's just having a bit of time off. I think he's living down in Geelong, last I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't try it for the state titles this year, or last year actually. So I think we'll see him again. I think he's just taken a bit of time off, which we've all done at some point. I think he's played pretty much flat out since he was 15. Oh, I'll tell you what,
It's an overcut.
yeah, he's probably played non-stop for close to 20 years now. Probably be a good thing for him to have a couple of years off. But when you take time off, have time off.
Yeah.
Don't kind of half play and call it time off, but you're really not. You know, maybe you're playing in your leagues and things. If you're having time off, put the cue away and don't actually play.
Coke, please. Oh.
Danny boy, the ultimate nice guy. Again, hard to control the white here. I was always concerned about the back pocket. He was concerned about it too.
That was a 9-ball shot.
Yeah.
You know, I got a feeling he was actually quite comfortable playing that.
That's a minor example of what I was talking about, where some guys will play that with some crazy amount of side to try and avoid what could be an in-off, but then end up missing the 6, you know?
Oh.
So he knew he was going to go close to that pocket, but he was pretty sure it was going to go pretty much where it did.
Yeah.
And he played it exactly how he wanted to, with that little element of risk, where some other guys loaded up with a ton of side and end up Yeah, they weren't going off, but then they just missed the 6, so it's not much point anyway.
But, you know, he didn't need the side, obviously, to avoid being off. He tracked the white correctly.
Yeah.
You know, but if it was that it was naturally going in off, I don't think Tan would have had a problem putting a bit of side on that shot.
Yep. Yeah, I'm very confident he knew exactly where that was going. Let's see if I won anything on my McCafe Monopoly. No. Cheese Dan. No. Seven three. There's some big matches next round. Do we have any more updates on the draw? MD and Marcel plays Justin. There's a few good ones. Lewis and Jason, that'd be a good one. Yeah, so it looked like he hit that softer. So the one's gone at the table, like you said, and then the white would normally try and do that, but he actually got a bit of a flick for it to go up there. But that's sort of what you're talking about. Wing ball, one up there, and then bring the white off the side, rail one up, which he almost did. The white just got a bit of assistance getting up there. Yeah, that sort of looked like a 70% power kind of thing. That's good. Give me a little bit of something to think about.
I still love the crazy, as hard as you can hit it break.
Yeah.
I still love it.
Yeah.
And I find myself, I played it a couple of times in my last set, and I shouldn't have. I know it's the wrong thing to do, but it's what we've been doing for 20, 30 years.
Yeah. I played 10 ball for the first time in a tournament, and I found people were crunching it then in 10 ball. Right. Because there was, I don't know, it seems to be less predictable. You can't do wing ball or anything like that.
They're trying to throw on the 10 ball pack, trying to throw the 1 in the centre.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. And that's all that they can be consistent with to a certain extent anyways. And they're noticing if they come full with the white, so they're not hitting them off the side.
Yeah.
The 1 will track to the side pockets quite easily.
Yeah, you won't really be happy with that. This is a tough shot. See, this is one where I'm not being shy. I'd rather screw it back to the yellow spot on the snooker table here and just have a long 5. Now, I wouldn't go that overboard, but I am doing everything I can to make sure I have a shot on this 5. I'm not trying to.
Nothing wrong with even screwing back to the ball line.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, white on the yellow spot. But he's just.
I like that.
He didn't get quite the potting angle that he wanted.
Yeah, I think he got the wrong line, but it's okay.
I still prefer that than being too cute and snookering yourself.
Another good 10 ball break is to have the white dead straight and hit it about 70%, and the wing ball can start going in.
Oh, really?
On the 10 ball pack, yeah. Bit of a twitch, but it's okay.
See, that's where he's trying to use 4 cushions there. I probably am too, but I'm a bit nervous about it. He could have put a mark on the table where that white was hitting each cushion, where I'm guessing and I'm not confident.
I think Tan's adjusted to these conditions well.
Yeah.
You see, he's used the 4 cushions because he doesn't want to try and pocket that ball at a pace where it's vulnerable.
Yes.
But he wants to know the contact is 100%.
Yep.
I think a couple of guys are playing some soft pots and they're not getting the 100% contact, still pocketing the ball.
Yeah.
But because the contact's not exactly where they aim, they're losing the white.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's hitting it with a bit of pace, bit of stroke. It's working for him.
actually played Mikey in the final of the big American 8-ball tournament here. Bit of a rematch. I think he was actually 7-2 up on me.
I commentated on that match.
Oh, you did too, actually.
I loved watching that match.
Yeah.
It was a great final.
He got that big lead on me.
He
He
did,
was playing
yeah.
really good, and he actually started playing too aggressive. He went for the kill, and just wasn't quite making outs anymore.
I think I called that early too.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
He was jumping on the ball a bit quick. I think he went from 2 or 3 feathering down to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good final.
So even how Barry's played that to bring the white off 2, I'm bringing it off 1 and having a slightly harder shot on the 2.
Okay.
That's just sort of how I'm playing it, because I'm scared I'm going to snooker myself behind that 5.
I would play it the way that you just said too.
Okay.
I mean, there's no need to gamble with the 5-ball snookering you.
Underestimated that shot there. Now he's got to navigate between the 9 and 7, or 8, depending on how you want to go about it. Just underestimated the importance of, you know, it was fine for him to under hit that and the white be going up the other end of the table.
Yeah.
But now he's got to navigate. And he should be right, but it's now missable. It's now missable. And now he's probably landing not ideal on the 5 to get to the 7 to then the 8. You don't want to keep giving yourself constant 80% shots, because you have to play 6 or 7 80% shots.
Well, this whole
Probably
frame
gonna
was the connection from the 5 to the 7.
Yep.
And you really want to you want to be better than this on the 4 to get good posi on the 5. It's going to be okay.
Won't be too straight.
It's good.
That's a good shot. That was harder than what it looked at. So rarely would I be playing this to the middle.
No need. It's just it's a natural position shot too for the 5 in the corner.
Yep. These are a lot of shots I've seen overhit as well.
You want your 2 rails here.
A lot of people are ending up near the green spot on the snooker table here. I really only need to touch that softly. And
Oh, pure idea.
you know what? He was concerned about
watching the
overhitting the white.
Yeah.
So he's hit it thicker to stop the movement of the white. And look how far the white's gone. Still went that far. And he's hit it way too thick. Yeah. Tan's got the pace. This
He
table's
has.
really nice, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's adjusted well.
Yep. He's just landing plumb. Someone will have to put him in a bit of scoreboard pressure to...
Throw him off his game a bit.
Yep. Lewis, it's been a pleasure commentating with you. Both got our matches now.
We do.
So jump off the mic, have a little relax, and all the best for your match.
Thanks, mate. You too. Enjoy, everyone. Enjoy.